Hello everybody, welcome back to Frontier Mentality. So now we are going to do the snack list, and this one will probably really shock you because it was much higher in price than your meals. But I'm also thinking along the lines on some of these snacks can be made into protein balls and whatnot. They're no bake, so that's something you can look up on YouTube. And then I'm also going to give you some cheaper snack ideas as well. But remember, you do need fruit, and you can base this, what I did for a year, you can do 6 months. So if you know you're not going to eat a year's worth of dates and whatever, I was doing all shelf stable stuff. You can mix and match these because there are a lot. And then I also went ahead and added like drink packets and coffee and tea into this list. So yeah, all right, a 6 box of raisins, the little ones that you give your kids in lunches, was $2.54 for a 6 pack. So for a year of raisins, that would be $132.08. The cran raisins, I did the smaller pack because it's expensive, was $3.97. For a year of that would be $206.44. Dates was $4.88. So for a year would be $253.76. Peanuts was $5.78. So that was $356. Prunes was $3.97. For a year is $206.44. So those were like dried fruits that you can buy at your grocery store. And they are more expensive. And so you have to really decide what you're willing to have, what you're willing to put in your body versus junk food. Because right now, this is still real food. It's just been canned. Now we're getting into our canned foods. Peaches, $1.72 a can. For a year, it's $91.52. Mixed fruit was also $1.72. So it's also $91.52. Pears were $1.62 a can, so they're $84.24. Oranges were $1.72, so $91.52. I added pumpkin into this because the fiber of it is why it got added in, because you need fiber to help you poo. So it was $3.48 a can. So for a year it was $180.96. Then I did your blueberry, your apple, and your cherry. These are usually in the pie filling ones, so you can actually make pies with these or turnovers and make a different snack, because remember in the last video we were buying bread flour. You can still use some of that bread flour into some of these pastries. Some of the oatmeal from the breakfast can also be ground into a flour, and you can use it that way. Even your cornbread and cornmeal can be used with your fruits to make them go a little further. So the pie filling ones were more expensive. They were the apple. Let's do blueberry first. Blueberry was $3.46. So for a year, and I was basing this off 52 cans. It would be $1.79.92. Now you can do these for 6 months and still probably get a year's worth of fruit mixed in. So the cherry was $3.58, so that was $186.16. Apples was $2.32, making it a $122.20. And then applesauce was $2.44, which made it $155.48 for the year. I added pineapple. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but the reason I added the pineapple, especially in the wintertime, if you're coughing, even the canned pineapple will work. It helps break up mucus in your chest and helps you expel it out faster. So it was $1.72 a can, which would be $91.52 for the year. Now, here are the little sides, I guess you would say. I did popcorn because of the fiber content, and it's it makes you feel fuller for a while. And I did the popcorn. Please don't do microwave popcorn. So popcorn at the grocery store is $2.48. And if you buy those, you'd need 12 to get you through a year. And that was $128.96. Now, on Amazon, you can buy a 25-pound bag at $48.99. It's cheaper to buy it from Amazon on this. And just about all these, you can find great deals on Amazon or box stores where they're selling a 6-pack or something, and they would be cheaper than buying it by the can at some of these stores. I think I just chose Walmart because most people have a Walmart in their area, and that's where I'm doing the prices from. I did coconut flakes. I did the small pack. I did 20, it was $2.32. I did a half a year on this one. 25 bags would be $58 for the year. Cinnamon, the powder, was $2.77. I would suggest 4 a year, and it would be $11.08. Vanilla extract, I would say 2 a year. They were $12.99, so $26. Chocolate chips, I did the dark because it's better for your heart, even though I love me some milk chocolate. And I did 6 because it was expensive. So, because chocolate is imported and it's got tariffs attached to it. So it's $7.48 for 1 pack. I chose 6, and it'd be $187. What else? And then I also wanted to do another way of making desserts per se cheaper. Now with these, I would also recommend putting them in the freezer for 3 days because they are flour based. Except for maybe the Jellos. I wouldn't worry about that. But 9 packets of chocolate chip cookie dry mix was priced on Amazon with $16.11 for 9. Cake mixes are $1.94. I would suggest 12. That way you can have a cake once a month, and you can do what you like. They were all averaging out to the $1.94, so that's $23.28. Now the pudding jello was $1.94. I did 12 of those also, so if it's a stressful month and you need a little extra, that's also $23.28. Your Wiggly Jello was $1.82. It's also $23.04 for 12. Now I did the tea that was flavored, like your mint and your chai tea, or your Earl Greys, or your turmeric and peach. Those were all at $4.46. One box usually will last me 2 weeks. So you can mix and match and try to get up to a year's worth of that. Now coffee, I did the most, most instant coffees because they're cheaper. Folgers was $5.12. The Nescafe Taster's Choice was $13.48. Maxwell House was $7.47. And if you need caffeine, and only you know how much you drink, so I didn't do it for a year on those, then you can price point it to what's important for you. And then I did like packets, the flavoring. I mean, you can do electrolyte powders, or you can just do the Crystal Lights, or whichever ones. They were averaging between, what was it? Did I write that one down? Tea, instant. Yes. $2 to 48 cents for 12, up to $8.96. The ones with electrolytes were more expensive. And then cocoa powder, I'm adding that in because in the winter months you might want some hot chocolate. And it is also more expensive because it also has tariffs attached to it. So for like the Hershey or the Great Value cocoa was $4.66. Hershey's was $5.98. And then the Cacao less processed was $19.74. And that big pouch, 2 of them would last one person for a year. So that's it on the snacks, and it's expensive. The Food for Patriots and some of the other freeze-dried foods have desserts, so you can balance out 3 meals a day with a snack. And I believe they have the milk, the cocoa, and an orange drink to help break up the boredom of drinking. All right, everybody, please stay safe, please get ready, and please get prepared. Frontier Mentality signing out.